Yes, the heat wave continues. Monday for sale. It's going that club. It was called the Brass Band Club, like an old working men's club. 2 12-foot snooker tables, a 9-foot, a pool table, and upstairs quite a large function room. But people just stop going in, ended up with boards all over it. Why do people stop going to social clubs? Why? Are we antisocial? Is it the cost of drinks in pubs and clubs? Actually, that bike meet I went to last Wednesday, the Globe one, not the... In fact, I compared the two. The Gamecock charged £2.50 for a soft drinks can. £2.50, yeah, £2.50. And yet at Globe it was 39p for a can of Iron Brew. Exactly 2 o'clock. I can time myself. This camera runs on an hour and 51 seconds cycle. Yeah, we could have in your own little business, wouldn't it? Have you got your own little business? That litterbug yesterday had a nosy on, he's got a few videos on YouTube, that inflatable man. And I bet he makes a few bloody quid renting out them inflatables for functions. Although I watched that Can't Pay Will Take It Away, and they're after a lad that was in debt for thousands despite renting out bouncy castles. So there's lots of competition, isn't there? Although that herber that throws plastic bottles out of his van seems to have quite a variety of different ones, you know. One was an interactive bouncy castle, whacking, kids will be running about whacking lights and it bleeps when you whack a light. So that's the thing, you see. No helmet on Albert. We're all black and no helmet. Yeah, get a loan, buy your first bouncy castle, make a few quid, buy another bouncy castle. So over 10 years you probably built up a dozen or so different inflatable things. You know what they charge to rent them out a day? 300, 400, 250. Where are we going? Well, over that way. Lancaster, then Heysham, run through Morecambe, back to it. Because I was curious to just where that Heysham bypass. How have they built it, you know, round Lancaster? Did they cut through fields? I know near Lancaster Honda they were digging the road up, so I presume it comes out there. That's the Heysham road. I could have a look there, but there weren't nothing much there last time. I nearly got, I wouldn't say a con, but I nearly got talked into buying a new CB 1300. No, the UK naked version, not the furring version. Lovely bike. I had my X4 at the time and I just paid 4695 about 6 months earlier. And this lad come out, good looking boy. I think you have to be a salesman. Hello, oh, is that your bike? Wow, what's that? A CB 1300 X4. A Japanese import, custom cruiser. Wow, I said, no, it's a Japanese import. Well, have this in the UK? See, I said, oh yeah. So I used to have the Super 4 Japanese twin exhaust version. And I said, but it were restricted to 100 horsepower, it didn't have any get up and go at all. Oh, he said, this is the UK version, 135 horsepower. Would you like to go for a test ride? I said, no. Well, there's no obligation. I'll take you out, we'll go around some twisties. I said, actually, being a custom bike owner, we don't like twisties. Because the pegs ground out with being so low down. And you were laughing. And he went in, I'll just speak to the boss. So he spoke to the boss, come out with the keys. Come on, Mavie, hurry up. Nothing behind, but why not let them out? Yeah, slow down a little bit. Nobody seems to slow down at junctions. It's an obvious thing to do. Slow down just in case there's some silly bugger. What was I saying? Oh yeah, he come out with the keys and he zapped off on another bike. I sort of kept up. We did go on a few twisties. He said, you go out on your own if you want. Oh, I said, are you sure? You don't even know. Well, your bike's here. I said, well, go on then. So I had a blast up that road, which is the actual bypass. And I came back, and he just kept on and on and on with a sales pattern. You sort of get mesmerised. I'm sure he hypnotised me, because you sort of get mesmerised. And he said, would you be doing a trade-in? I said, oh yeah, I can't afford 2 bikes. Well, I'll ask the boss what he'll give you for the X4. And he come back, the boss says 2,000. I said, 2,000? I just paid 4,695 6 months ago, and I've added a load of chrome goodies to it, about another 500 quid's worth. Just the little backrest was 110, and the rear carrier 120, and the crash bar is 125, and I fitted a belly pan, that was 100 quid. Furring, yeah, furring, a little givey bikini furring in gloss black. After getting the wrong colour, I got a matte black because of the twitting Philip Yules. So I said, I've got over 5 grand in that bike, 2 grand. Well, I'll go back to the boss. The boss says 2,2 final offer. I said, well, sorry, but goodbye. And I sort of breathed a sigh of relief. I thought, what am I doing? I nearly said, before he went for a price on my X4, you know, I nearly said yes. Like I said, they just talk and talk and talk. Wow. I know, sorry, I'm not a pervert or anything. Well, I am, but not underage girls, but I think she looked 16 with that bum. She was only 16, only 16. Da, 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 da. She was too young to fall in love. I was too young to know. Good lad, bright shirt and a helmet on. That's what it should be like, not black with no helmet on. I filmed some yesterday, I don't know if I chopped it all up though, because the initial run was very boring. So all I kept from the first hour was that litterbug. But it's a bit breezy today, so lots more scenery. We were hazy yesterday. In fact, if I could do the same route and go on the 683 back from Morecambe, find that 683, go over to Kirby again. Because this film is going to be a complete run through of the Troffer Bowland ride. Sorry, but I know it goes on a bit. It'll be about an hour. I'll stop recording at Lancaster Castle, I think. If anyone asks what I'm doing, I think they had some kind of guide on before, but the last time I went round the castle 2 or 3 years ago, despite it not being a jail anymore, it is a courthouse, so there are still restrictions on for recording and filming and photographs. So I want to take a photo of the ancient cells. Have they got graffiti on? Yes, but you can't because those cells are used. It's security, you see. Security, my ass. So he wanted, I think it was £8 to go around, and it was over within an hour. Very disappointing. And like I said, all the rest of the castle, in fact it might have been a waste of time anyway, because if the rest of the castle has been modernised for offices and, you know, proper prisoner facilities and things, they'll have spoilt the original look of the bare stone walls and manacles. Unless the cells still had bare stone walls and manacles hanging off them. Hello. Hello. Take it easy, Albert. Enjoy the scenery, never mind overtaking. So there are. There is graffiti, dates and things. I think it was 1600 and something on where the portcullis was, or it still is. I was saying to someone, look at all these fine vehicles, marvellous. I was saying to someone that that's what I like to see in Wales when I've been to Wales twice. Bournemouth in 1982 on a motorbike camp to Taliban campsite. And the only other time was to Rhyl in the mid-70s, 77 or 78 with my family. It's like a rougher version of Blackpool, if there can be such a thing. What a bloody dump, full of scousers. Me and my brother were playing crazy golf, and these 2 scousers who were a lot older than us kicked a ball away, and I rolled in my golf club. I said, cut it out. Why, what you gonna do? Hey, what you gonna do? And my mum with her having a brew. What's going on? Oh, your mum. Get mummy to save you. And of course I should have cracked him more head with a golf club, but it wouldn't do to be serving a prison sentence when you're 13. Little scouse bastards. That's why someone was saying about Blackpool Pleasure Beach charging to go on, but that's why them little gangs of evil bastards were congregating on the pleasure beach and picking on kids and causing trouble. So now they charge money to just go on. It deters the little turds from causing trouble. And like I said, it's nothing new, because that poor mates of mine, I told this story before and nobody commented on it. They were both in the Scouts, but it wasn't a dib Scouts, it was, they did all cool kinds of stuff. We're going to Blackpool in minibus, about 12 of us, but we're not going with kids. Do you want to come? There's a spare seat. Oh, I said, no thanks. Come on, it'll be a laugh. No. Anyway, the mums had made them a picnic, some butties and a drink, kind of pop. And they're eating them apparently. There was a report in a newspaper. They're eating them in a tram shelter. And a gang of lads went past and threw a can at them. I think it was a beer can. So they must have been 16, 17, 18, whereas my mates were 13 or 14. And my mate said something, and they were beaten to a bloody pulp. And they were hospitalised, and one lad we called Mick, and his dad went over and did an interview to the local paper saying he's never been to a football match in his life. He said they had football shirts and scarves on. So whether it was a Saturday and they were just off to the match, this gang of little turds, I don't know. And the other lad, Robert, in 1988 when he was 24, he was the same age as me. I was born in 64. You know, when he was 24, he died of a massive heart attack, and I thought, did he get a kick in the chest and it dislodged something? You never know, do you? And what I was saying was, that gang of little turds will be about 60 years old now. So all them hooligans that once were, do they not have a guilt complex if you're an evil turd years ago? I've never done anything like that. Thumping little kids in a gang. Well, I've never been had that gang mentality. Let's have a gang, let's walk around the streets, scratch a few cars, jump on a few bonnets. Anyway, so there we are. Lovely, isn't it? Oh, a bit hazy there, so thought we might get panoramic views on the hills right above the hill above Lancaster. You can see all the coast, but if it is a bit hazy despite the breeze. Oh, bloody hell, that was a big one. Big pregnant bee, another one. How do you manage with open face helmets? You have splodges all over your face of yellow guns from inside critters. Nice ride this, and if them bikes had just been on it that we saw at Mitten. But you have to, be wary of all these turnings, especially foreign vehicle turnings, and don't go too fast. Like I said, if I was joining the motorway to Lancaster, it'd probably take half an hour to 40 minutes to get there because of all the fighting about getting to Preston. And when I had my 125 and that mate of mine had his caravan in 1985, I routed his caravan. I just set a record. I said, what? I said, exactly 1 hour from my house to your caravan doorstep. An hour? And he was taking piss. He said, it's only 40 odd mile. Is that what you do, 40 odd mile an hour? I said, that's good going this way on the country roads. Yeah, he used to go on either on the train or his brother-in-law would take him and his old dad to enjoy long week. He worked shifts, so he'd have a long weekend in his big caravan. It must be great having it was marvellous having that to go to. Long weekend. I think we had a week there one summer. But after about 2.5 years, I think it was, he said, I'm selling my caravan. I said, why? I said, finance. It's 3.5 grand on finance. Plus he had to find £250 a quarter for the site fees. So the site fees are crippling. Paying for the entertainment. I remember we saw Joe Longthorne before he was sort of famous and on the telly. Although it flopped, didn't it? After about 2 years, his career was over with because he got drunk and thumped someone in a pub. Even though he said someone was annoying him. Stars aren't meant to lash out one bit of bad publicity, and that's it. The careers are sort of over with. Like Julian Clary and Barry Moore. He won't be on telly again, I don't think. Who else? Somebody else did something. I forgot. Oh, Ant and Deck. What's his name? Was it Ant? Got pissed and crashed that car with a family inside. Could have bloody killed them. And he stood at the side of the road, pissed as a fight with a silly grin. Gone to rehab. Got millions, both them two have got bloody millions just for doing that. This is a kangaroo's bumhole and you have to eat it. If you don't eat it, you're going home. Intelligent television for the masses. And then poor Benny Hill got sacked because he was said to be sexist. Is that Andrew? No, it could be. Andrew Parker. I was speaking to the man himself when I went there on a visit. He has some lovely big flat lawns. You know, there's a trough there under the shadows. Yeah, and I said these lawns would be ideal for either archery, crossbow shooting, like medieval. I said you could stand there and shout, "Loose!" like on Braveheart, and you just give me a funny look. I said I used to have an air rifle, this would be good for target shooting. Get some cheap china plates, you know, from the market. Put a load of china plates up, and I said they shatter spectacularly when you whack them with a 2-2 pellet. So I said get a load of hay bales, put a shelf up. Hay bales as a backdrop to catch the stray pellets. Get a target range up and just buy a dozen cheap air rifles. Maybe get some scopes and advertise. Well, actually we do okay with the weddings. I said alright. I think he was annoyed because I was giving him these crap ideas. Must make enough off weddings to pay for his upkeep, sort of thing. And yeah, that looks wet, doesn't it? All that time, that wetting, melting. Still, it made me tires grippier. Yeah, I think this is the fourth, it's either the fifth or maybe the fourth straight week of sunshine. We just had a couple of showers like I got caught in yesterday, and I think I just missed that one. It was only spitting. Oh, indicator on, but nothing's behind me, I don't think. They've got little bins, that's what I want. I'll have to phone the council up and see. Or not bother altogether with them. Yeah, a real roller coaster. Every day it's getting faster, going faster than a roller coaster. Come what may. Hey. Every day it's getting faster, going faster than a roller coaster. Love like yours will surely come my way. Hey. Every day love's a little longer, every day love's a little stronger, come what may. You get along for true love for me. Every day. Look at that, isn't that lovely? It probably doesn't pick it up like my eyes can because it'll be in a wide angle, won't it? Eyesight is meant to be 55 degrees, whereas I think these wide angles are 120 degrees. I'd love to have an house up here. Win lottery. Although I imagine our crappy 7-month-long winters, snowed up, trudged down to the pub for meals and to keep warm. Well, if I were a lottery winner, it'd be a huge mansion, wouldn't it, with a decent heating system, not 2 gas fires like I have at home. Another glade, isn't that lovely? Long drop at the side of the road though, if I have to suddenly get out of the way of a huge farm vehicle. I said before that bend, I was at this bend here, with the milk tanker coming around the corner, and I was on my silver wing with a huge gold wing fairing on it. I went right to the edge. Ooh. It wasn't he was on the wrong road. The milk tankers, you know, of course, are picking up from farms, aren't they? That's a leap in the... that's the same information plaque that's up there. Let's go this way. Start making a funny noise. Oh, it's sticky stones on the tyre. What's happened with my brakes? It's little stones. My sticky tyres have picked them up. They'll soon ping off. They've pinged, I think. Another leafy glade, isn't that lovely? That one yesterday was nice and dark when I said Fairyland! Grandad, it's Fairyland! That's what my brothers used to, well, normally my younger brother, my older brother didn't always come with us. But we never went through a leafy glade like that. Fairyland, Grandma! My old grandma and granddad, they had a Humber Super Snipe 1967, a huge big 3-litre car. And registration was HUM 518E, so 1967, although by the mid-70s it was rotten and horrible. It just rotted away to nothing. Though Humber made cars for many years. I think they'd be decent quality with an underseal on them. I've seen a few since at car shows and they're nearly the length of a Rolls Royce. Humber Super Snipe. I think it was a Mark 5, one of the last models to be made. Yeah, we go for rides up to Silverdale and all that way because we had relatives up there. Well, we still have. Old Sammy in Newby Bridge. And while I'm waffling, we're missing this lovely view, isn't that lovely, again? I know we've seen it many times, and I took pictures as well. I've got my stills camera with me. But as I said, be careful because you can admire the lovely views and collide with something. I mind a lovely view and the car's coming the other way and you've found you've drifted across your dotty white line. Hey. I won't be stopping at the burger van. Hopefully, like I said, I'll stop. Oh, sorry little fellas. You see them little ducklings? Oh, let's have a look. Must have been terrified to death. I've gone back in, haven't they? There's some ducklings trying to cross the road. Some ducklings trying to cross the road. I think they all run back in. I didn't squash any, luckily. I'm trying to get to this river. No, I hope I didn't. I missed him by a mile. Inns Perfect Trowels, new showroom. Open day on Saturday. Oh. There was a video on YouTube of some lads helping some ducklings across the road in the Isle of Man. But if they're wild, you can't pick them up. They were trying to pick them up and they're running all over the place, panicking. Oh. Trust me to pick that town to zap past them and terrify them half to death. That lovely. That's where I stopped and that tractor stopped to take a picture and the tractor wanted to go in the field and spread his guns on it. You can have a classic car show there, it's flat enough, lovely backdrop and a big tent up. Well, I've said before, a bike rally, because it's out in the wild, you won't disturb anyone with loud music. You can rent the field out for bike dues. No, you don't need a huge field for a bike rally. Just a few tents. Some are very small scale. Yeah, that cyclist didn't have a helmet on, did he? I think the thing they think is it's not going to happen to me, but of course you never know, do you? Be careful around here. This is that really terrible road past that church. Dunsop Bridge and Clitheroe that way, via Waddington. And look at this, ruts bump, it's even worse. Surely they prioritise bloody roads, oh fine. You think the developers, when you build them new houses, you think there, before you put the money down for them houses, the residents should have said, do the road now, not our responsibility, lav. Well, it is, I'm not paying for that house if the road's a bloody mess. Resurface this road at once. Oh, alright then, yeah. Although they do say it costs a bloody fortune, you know, to do a proper job. Get a cold plane and scrape it all up, and then do it from scratch with proper little stones and a tarmac mix rather than spray and lay the light gravel. You know what I mean though? If we're going to, housing developers build a new estate, do the bloody road into it. I thought most do, but they've obviously not bothered. Alright, be careful here, it's a narrow road. Narrows down to about 8 feet round here. Yeah, with this breeze you won't know you're going to sunburn Mavis. I imagine them Lake District roads are like this, see? And having to do that only works because at least there's a sort of straight bit before the bloody 80-foot drop. Probably passing points like that, but still highly dodgy. Lovely, isn't it, when all the ferns are growing? It was all a bit yellow last time, I seem to remember. Like I said, I actually went faster on my 125, even though it'll do 70, 75 at a push. 5 gears, 125 Super Dream TDC. But it was more nippy, you know, you could throw it about round corners, whereas these days, I think the roads are worse now than they were in the 80s when I had my 125. Isn't this lovely? Hey, is that burger van there? Yeah? Is it just a weekend burger van? My mum came down with some shopping. I keep telling her to stop and she got me 4 little cans of orange. That, what's it called, juice, 2JO, J2O, that's it. So they're in my backpack, my Aldi backpack. What are you two doing here, lost? Where are we going? Are we going to Morecambe or Heysham? There's nothing at Morecambe. That comedian Colin Crompton used to say Morecambe. It's so bloody... it's so dead there that when people do die, they stand them up in bush shelters to make resort look busy. That was his idea of a joke. But if you like a nice walk, you can walk up promenade for miles, or cycling. It's an excellent cycling place. Put your push bikes on the roof rack, park up your car and cycle for miles with a lovely view. Get an ice cream, go on the market. No fun fair anymore. I was telling someone about blubber houses, and I said, when I said I've been on it somewhere and I couldn't remember, it's actually where you go to get to that farmyard party at Helmsley. You go right up the A59, to Killinghall, which is just before Harrogate. And that's where you go past Buttertubs, and it's like that. Huge hills with bloody boulders on. I think wrong gear now. Sticky Honda gears. I'm going to check the oil level. With all this hot weather, there's a danger of it burning off. I should have checked the levels. See, imagine a sudden, or even a landslip. Imagine if that all gave way. It's worse where we've just been, where that butty van normally is. It must be 45 degrees. No danger now with all this hot weather, but imagine if it just went and slipped down and buried me under 50 feet of soil. See, I could give that bike a tow if I had a piece of rope. You dangle a piece of rope off a rear carrier on my bike, and he grabs hold of it, and if he feels unsafe, what are you doing? That old woman. Yeah, you daft old bats. Yeah, that's a safe way. Cyclist holds onto the rope, not tied to his bike, but hold on to it, tow it, and then if he feels wobbly, just let go of it and ring his bell to alert you that he stopped holding it. Am I talking bollocks? See that Rhino's Pass and the other one that looked terribly dangerous on YouTube. I bet this is a better road, isn't it, than that? Them two pass. What's the other one? Hard Knocked Rhinos, is that it? Like I said, I did think of going up there, but in fact that's what I'm going to check out today while I'm in that area. That's what I'm going for, really, just to satisfy my curiosity about the strawberry gardens. I know it's all online, but I've always said that would be ideal as a base, just for even 2 nights B&B. What are you doing? Are you getting playful? Pity there's not a sheep noise on me Tarzan on. Be more useful rather than a silly donkey noise. Yeah, there should be a sign saying sheep on the road, but there isn't. I know someone that whacked into a sheep on his 400 Super Dream. Said there were blood all over. He must have been going a fur pelt. He didn't come off, amazingly. You'd think you would. And it just sort of went woof and whacked it one. I think it's bigger animals, isn't it? I mean, when Big Kev whacked into that kangaroo, did it hit his leg and he went, ah, ooh. I'm not sure if he had some kind of crash bars on. I've got these crash bars, but if they're coming from side on rather than a full head on impact, look at this. Must be about 5 inches deep, that hole. I'd like to do this at night time. Not lovely though, is my head staying still enough for it to film in focus? Isn't it lovely? Well, like I said, you can't go fast because of the bloody sheep. If there's any down this end. There's a cattle grid right at the end of this road, so that'll sort of prevent them on the other road, I think. Unless it's another farm. What did that say? No fires. Oh, shit. One day I half expect the bloody headstock to just fall apart or shear off at the forks. There's a bit of rust on them. Somebody said my bearings might be getting worn. That might be next thing. Headstock bearings, that would be a faff to sort out. I think that would be another job for a shop. Sheep. I think some of them must be used to traffic, so they're not going to panic and suddenly jump up, I hope. I was going to do a stop and carry on here, but there's not a lot to see apart from more trees. As I always said, people that just ride through these lovely scenic areas rarely stop, just to savour the silence and the peace of it all. What's a white van man doing down here? Oh. You take his dog to work. Oh, I'm glad he can still hear my engine helmet. 2:42, I don't think we're going to make Lancaster, are we? 2 o'clock when I started the journey. Runs for an hour and 51 seconds. So I'm slower than my 125 because that was all the way to the caravan site in Heysham. I don't know how I did it. It's alright, it's alright. In for the flat bit, and we're still on a crap road, hopefully free of sheep. Yeah. These high edges don't help. Like I said, what's under the trees, alls. Look at that. Gravel on a bend, marvellous. Fair way to go, yeah. A few windy lanes before we get to hairpin bends that lead up a hill into Lancaster. I think a bit ambitious thinking I'd get to the castle in 55 minutes. This is bleak and desolate. Them hills. This is that sharp bend. There's a really nasty sharp bend coming the other way. like it were dead then, unless it's just relaxing on its side. Now then, we're getting near that uphill climb onto the moorland. And the old castle thing is called the Jubilee Tower. You climb up and I admire the view with a pair of binoculars. They're still in the cupboard them, I never even think of using them on my days out. We've got some Sonogore 20 by 100 zoom by 70mm objective lenses, and I got them for the Hale-Bopp Comet in 1996. £250 that when I had that well paid job. I don't think I've used them proper since. Third gear's a good gear to be in, like I am now. Fast acceleration. Up hills without any messing about. Might as well just keep it in third all the time. Slow down a bit, never know. Yeah, it's going to be windy up here. Desolation. Ooh, no trees at all to break up the wind blasts. Jubilee Tower. I don't know if it's ancient exactly, but a bit hazy in the Lake District's up there, Heysham Power Station, the whole of Morecambe Bay basically. Across the bay is Fluteborough. I know someone else had a caravan over there. Real bugger to get to though, around a bloody big loop. You think they'll build a bridge across. Because it's all quicksand and silt, they'll be struggling to make the piles, won't they? So watch out for sheep on this road as well. we're doing for bug splats. Imagine being on a cycle and your brakes fail. Look at that, derelict buoyant, that's what I keep on about. Unless it's some kind of power station. Could be rented out to hikers, couldn't it? Let's get some basic amenities in. And rent them out, £40 a night. Look at this is nice, isn't it? We often see jets terracing down here, not sure where from. Maybe Wharton or somewhere. Testing their guidance systems maybe or something. Yeah, crossroads. Why not stagger them to be safe? Hairpin bends coming up. And an even worse one on the next bloody bend. My uncle came off, he was mate with Keith Dixon. So he came off his CX500 on a hairpin bend. Round here, must have been one of these. He broke his thumb as he fell over and landed right on his thumb. Look at that, that lovely. That lovely. Oh, not so bad. Still got 5 minutes. I don't think I'll make it to the castle, but probably make it into Lancaster. Braking for a reason then. A flying vehicle. Yeah, get your brakes red hot Albert, why not? Aston Memorial there. In Williamson Park, is it called Williamson Park? Look at that, what's the skip doing there? Pendle Witch's Trail. Legend has it that all the old hags were marched over these hills where we'd just been as part of the punishment before being hung. Poor old cows. That's like an old building there with a stone flag roof, sagging and mullion windows. No, I'm not going to make the castle. I'll go to the castle and then check if it's restarted the filming cycle. There we go. Going straight on. Well, it's me hour up. I am in Lancaster. Not quite at the castle. Some purple flowers are growing walls that Paul has in his yard. I wonder what they are. What's this, a courtesy stop? Running across, are they mental? In front of a huge wagon. I'll knock the camera off.